What's up, you guys? It's Mary.
And
You might try to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all. Today we're going to be talking about really this topic that we were thinking about the other day about why did they have to, when they moved from Utah, why did they go and get 4 different homes when they really could have all been in one home, or they could have shared 2 or 3 homes.
Exactly.
Especially when we heard we heard Christine on the Gwendolyn's review talk about how she looks forward to one big house.
One big house, yes.
Which I thought was such a jump. Because we remember Christine saying that she did not want to be in a home, one big happy home, later on. But in the beginning of season 1, she wanted to.
She was thinking about that. And I feel like she didn't want to be a basement wife, so I guess she didn't want to be in the basement.
Right, we just wonder when that started, because we see her in episode 7, season 1, say she looks forward to one big house.
Big house, exactly. I feel like
maybe when she got some separation.
When she got separation. Because remember when they had moved to Vegas. Yeah. And Janelle was having such a hard time. Remember, Janelle was having a very hard time.
Because she had nobody to raise her kids.
Yes. And Christine was like, she loved it. Remember? Christine said it felt really good because now she can just focus on her kids. She was putting them to bed by herself. She had her own autonomy. She was so happy. She was able to now just be a mom to her children and really focus on her little brood. Yeah. Right? And she was able to now begin to realize, I actually can do this without Kody. I actually don't need his assistance. So she started, that's another show. She started to really get that autonomy. But I feel like if they had those 2 houses, like just 2 homes, Kody doesn't need a house because he's going to be one of the wives of the other. Yeah. And then he spends, like 4 days in one house. Yeah. Like 2, right? Yeah. And like 2 days with Mary, 2 days with Janelle, right? Yeah. And then 4, or Mary, Roddy, probably they'll be together. And then 3 days in the other house, right? Yeah. And then the next week you flip it. Yeah. Mary and Robin have 3 days. Yeah. Janelle and Christine have 4 days. Yeah. And then that way they're still kind of like a family. Yeah. And then once a week, or maybe he can do 3 days, right? And then once a week or something, they have like the whole family time in one house, and then the next week in the other house.
I always wondered why he didn't just.
But he didn't
do what that guy from My 5 Wives did.
Yes.
Where he basically saw one wife every day. Yes. Every day he saw a different wife.
Exactly. And that way your children are seeing you every single week. They're having time with you. But Kody, no. From as soon he was ready for the separation, and he likes the chaos. Kody, to me, he thrived off of. I have clothes in this house, clothes in this house, clothes in that house, Yeah. And, you see him getting into his sports car that he loves so much.
That he could not really afford.
I can drive down to this house, and I can drive down, exactly. Can I afford? And I can drive to that house. But I feel like they got that money. That man was like, these women have built me, like Build-A-Bear.
I know.
Now I'm able to go and
live my life.
Yes. Have the wife I've wanted to have, where she sees me and I have money, and she's a young woman too.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
And she makes me feel like a man.
Yes.
Whatever
and all of these other women kind of became like his mothers in a sense.
Yes, they had to help.
They're all matronly now. He puts them in that vein, and I don't have to be with them sexually anymore. I don't need them for that. I got my woman here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's what they should have done, to actually really keep the polygamy going. Yeah, for sure. But it seemed like even from the onset, though they were fleeing because of being ostracized because of polygamy, being, the law was coming against them because of their polygamy. When they left, though, it's like they left that lifestyle there in Utah as well.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because you came quick. 4 houses, 4 homes. Because you wanted Robbie. Robbie had to have her own home. And you know no other wife going to accept that.
Yeah.
And say, she got her own home and she's the fourth wife. I need my own home. Also. And that was the beginning.
Of the end.
Of the end. That was the beginning of the end. That was the end of civilization as we know it. I was telling a story about someone I used to work with, a coworker, and he was showing pictures of his wife and their 2 children, and the women at the where I work were just like, oh my goodness, this woman, you have her at home, and what? And she doesn't work. She's just at home. And you let her drive? How come you're driving the other car? You need to be driving the Mercedes-Benz. He had a Mercedes-Benz. And they saw him with a Mercedes that morning. And they're like, oh, you got a new car? He said, oh, no, this is my wife's car. He had to take it for, like, not inspection, but, like, oil change or whatever it is the car had to have done with it. And they're like, he's like, this is my wife's car. She's driving that, and you're driving something else, and she doesn't work. So they were really, really hating, right? And he says, the day, he was working 2 jobs too. The day a woman is out of the home working, that's the end of civilization, as you know it. And I was just like, wow. It was so nice to hear a man say that. Like, he took his role as a husband. He says, my job to work. The fact that she has children, it's such a huge job. Yeah. Raising the children. Like, he was going into detail about what this woman is doing. And the women are just like, I got children and I'm here working. He's like, well, you know, talk to your man. Okay? But yeah, he said so, and that man walked away, and I could still smell his cologne. I said, you go, boy. You let them know, man. You let them know what time it is. Yeah. And yeah, they were hating on him the whole day. They were so hateful.
I think that's a beautiful thing. That's why I personally
took it very seriously, that his job as a man, that once she now is pregnant, it's and she wants to be home and take care of the children. This is what she wants to do. Like, he honors that. Yeah. He's so happy that, oh my God, she really wants to, she takes this thing really seriously too. And I'm going to support her in that. I'm going to support her in that. You will have the best. Yes, you drive the Mercedes. Whereas,
and that's when a woman is able to be stress free. I'm not having to sit down here. Yes, I'm at home, but I have to have the broken down car, and I have to be struggling to take the kids. It's like, happy wife, happy life. It is a truer saying has never been told. And I think it's so beautiful.
Many women who the husbands have the better car. Yeah, they have the worst car. And their car breaks down a lot, and when their car breaks down, the husband will not even want them to drive his car.
Yeah, but you know it's like that here in Africa.
And if the husband is not at home, like if the husband is out of the country or something, yeah, he still does not leave the key with his wife to even drive that car. Like, it happens a lot.
But I know sometimes I even see it here in Africa, because most of the women here actually ride the motorcycles. Yes. Now, me personally, I'm obsessed with them. I love riding motorcycles. Yeah. My goal one day is to have my own and like drive my own, right? But it's not the best option, obviously, right? Because you can get car accidents. Like, I've seen somebody actually like dead on the road from motorboat accidents. Like, two deaths. Yeah, but I mean, the women, most of them are on the bodabodas because their husbands prefer to be in the car. So it's mainly the women who are on the bodabodas.
It's almost so funny. We were talking to someone who helps us out, and he was talking about this. He says, I mean, the women, they're just so. I mean, they're the ones who drive the boda, and they're so unafraid. Me, I have to be in the car. And I was thinking, well, why are the women driving the bodas and not the car? Oh, because, they have to go grocery shopping, and they have to blah, blah, blah. And I said, but why can't they have, you see, they're going grocery shopping, holding their groceries behind the bikes, instead of just being in the car. So when I said so to him, all of a sudden, it's like the bells rang in his head. It never occurred to him that they should have the car, should they not? Because they have the groceries. So now it's really unsafe because they gotta hold the groceries. And some of them, you will see them with the babies wrapped up with them here. You know, they hold the babies like that so that the child is near the breast, right, for the breastfeeding. Holding the grocery store, the bag.
Listen, one day
I'm just like, so when I said so to him, the man was like, as though he had never thought about it before. You know, that is so true. I wanted to ask him, so are you going to give your wife the car this time? But I was like, but it seemed as though he had like, didn't he appear? Like the bells all of a sudden rang in his head.
He had never thought about it. Like, listen, I had to do that one time because, we were short on like funds, so I just took the border. Usually we'll take a car, right? Yeah. But like, I had the toilet paper, I had the border guy, Raheem, he has the water, so he helps me a little bit, even though he's supposed to be focused on driving.
A motorcycle.
I had the toilet paper, I had like 8 bags, I had like 3 piles in front of me. Like, and then I was like this. I was so scared for my life. I was like,
when she got home, and I just said, you know something, I don't care about the money. Like, don't ever do that again. Ever. Yeah. Ever.
That was a little traumatizing. I was
like, that means that he gotta go by himself on his few trips. He's used to
do that. And we do that now. So we just send him to go get it.
He goes get the water, whatever. Then he's on the bike by himself. Yeah. And he has secured it behind him. Yeah. You know, I'm like, no, we're not doing that. I mean, it's not like we ain't got nothing like that. Like, but
I mean, it was a time when things were like tight or whatever, right?
Yeah. But you're like, I'll just get all of that, and then, well, okay.
It was my first time. I hadn't thought it through because I saw that I do it. I was like, if she can do it, then I can do it. She's almost 60. I'm 24. I can do it.
She just turned 50. She's younger than me. She's now almost 60. She'll be like, almost 60 because she watches our show. Oh, hi, Dada.
Sorry. But yeah, so I was like, I can do it. That was a mess.
And I
still ride my motorcycles. I use it to go to the beach or go to shoppers. I enjoy the wind in my hair.
I even stopped her from doing that too. I stopped that from doing that too. I was like, no, let him go. He gets like the waters, the toilet, and then he can secure it behind his car, drive safely. You know, we don't have to be doing all that. We're women. Like, you got to know that. We can't be put ourselves.
Have to protect the vessel.
And so you're there with all of this stuff, and then you realize, oh, I don't have any hands available to hold on to the bike.
Oh my God.
So I can be safe.
Because somebody will hold on to the back of the bike, like if he's like on like the bounce, or like if there's like a speed bump or whatever. Because sometimes, you know, there's a certain speed I like to go. He knows the speed I like. And sometimes I have to hold on to the back reins. But I didn't. I was just like, and I didn't want to have to hold on to him because the thing is,
like I'm on some.
Everything I didn't want to hold on to him because the thing is, like, usually you don't hold like behind, like you don't do all that. Like there's really. So, and on top of that, you usually keep your hands on your knees.
I don't see anyone
here. Yeah, you really don't
see anyone here holding hands. I haven't seen.
I've seen a couple of people like
I've seen women holding hands.
I've seen men and women,
you know, because they are like friends, you know, schoolgirls holding hands with each other or something. But yeah, so no, I haven't seen like.
I usually always keep my hands on my knees, so yeah.
But so very interesting. I don't know
how we got on this topic.
Are we talking about sister wives?
What were we
talking about the house, the whole house thing. And we were talking about the house thing. Christine wanted a big house, and
she felt like a basement wife. Yeah, she wanted,
and all of that stuff. And we talked about the civilization, like it was the end of the civilization, right? Yeah, as they know it, right? When they went separate. And then I thought about that story with the guy from Cameroon.
If y'all follow the road that we on, we'll get back to the main road, okay? Don't worry, we might go on the dirt road sometime, but we always circle back to the main road, okay? But y'all, just make sure y'all hope y'all followed all that. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. Yes. It is Mary. Hey, but you guys like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment.